Nobody talks about this success rule, not because it's hidden, not because it's complicated, but because it's uncomfortable. We love talking about strategies. We love talking about hustle. We love talking about productivity, habits, and results. But the most important rule of success isn't talked about enough because it doesn't feel good. Here it is. Success doesn't come from chasing outcomes. It comes from taking responsibility. From a young age, we're taught that if we work hard, we'll get results. And if we get results, we'll be successful. So we chase results, money, titles, followers, recognition. And when those things don't come fast enough, we think something is wrong with us. But results are external. They're temporary. And often they're out of our control. Yet we measure our worth by them anyway. The people who truly succeed don't do that. They take responsibility for things they don't control, not blame responsibility. Blame says, this is your fault. Responsibility says, this is mine to carry. And the most successful people carry more than they have to. Imagine two people in the same situation, same job, same challenges. One says, this place is unfair. Me boss doesn't support me. There's no opportunity here. The other says, this may not be fair, but it's still my responsibility to grow. Same environment, different mindset, different future. One waits for change. The other becomes the reason change happens. Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking responsibility for those around you, even when it's not your job, even when no one notices, even when there's no immediate reward. Because trust isn't demanded, it's earned. And trust is built through consistency, sacrifice, and service. There is work that no one sees, the extra effort, the calm response instead of the emotional one, the choice to help someone when it slows you down. That work doesn't get applause. There are no likes for it, no recognition. But it compounds, quietly, relentlessly. And one day, people will say, you're lucky. But luck had nothing to do with it. You were responsible long before you were recognized. Most people avoid this rule because responsibility is heavy. It means you don't get to say, that's not my fault. It means you don't get to wait for perfect conditions. It means showing up when you're tired, when you're unsure, when it's unfair. And most people don't want success that asks that much of them. They want the reward without the wait. But the wait is the point. Short-term thinkers ask, what do I get? Long-term leaders ask, what do I give? And here's the irony. The people who focus on giving end up with more influence, more fulfillment, and more lasting success. Because success is not the goal. Success is the byproduct of standing for something, of taking responsibility, of doing the right thing when no one is watching. You don't build trust by asking for it. You build it by being trustworthy. You don't gain influence by seeking attention. You gain it by serving others consistently. This rule doesn't work fast. That's why it's ignored. It works slowly, quietly, over time. But it always works because eventually people rely on you, they listen to you, they follow you. Not because you asked them to, but because you showed them who you are. So here's the question that changes everything. What are you willing to take responsibility for even if you get nothing in return? Because titles fade, money comes and goes, recognition disappears. But the people who succeed in the deepest way are the ones who chose responsibility over comfort. Every single time. That's the success rule nobody talks about.